Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and today I want to take a look at two fantastic watches from Amazfit. We're going to do a comparison and maybe help you decide which one might be the better watch for you. So first thing I want to talk about is the price point. So the Amazfit T-Rex comes in at $140. I've seen it as low as $125 on various websites, but right now it's back up to its regular price of $140. So this one is the cheaper of the two watches. The Amazfit Stratos 3 has more features. This one comes in at $200. Right now you can actually get it for $170. So there's $30 off through August 19th, I believe. So you can check it out in the links down below, so they'll be down in the video description. So as far as price goes, the regular price, this one is $60 more than the T-Rex. All right, so the next area I want to compare of these two watches is the screen display technology. So you can see here they're very different. The Amazfit T-Rex has an AMOLED display, a little bit more vibrant. The colors definitely pop off the screen a lot more than they do on the Amazfit Stratos 3. The downfall of that is that it does take down a little bit more battery. You don't get always on display by default. You actually have to turn it on, but there is an option for always on display. This is one of the watch faces I just picked. A app that I got on my iPhone, but this is the always on display. So one, I would say maybe just slight negative of this display is the fact that always on display in very bright sunlight is kind of hard to see. You can see right now, I'm in my basement. It's not super bright, so you can see it pretty well, but in very bright sunlight, even though it isn't always on display, it is kind of hard to see. Whereas this AMOLED display is very easy to see. There's no problem seeing that one in bright daylight. Whereas over here on the Amazfit Stratos 3, it really doesn't matter if the screen's on or if the screen's off. It is an always on display by default. I don't think there's even a way to turn the display off necessarily. You can just turn the backlight off. So right now the backlight's off. I'll turn the backlight on. And that's the difference between the two. Either way, it doesn't even matter if the backlight's on or off. The always on display is super easy to see in broad daylight. It's just at night, you'll have to turn the backlight on in order to see it. So that is the difference between the two. Personally, I really like the trans-reflective display on the Amazfit Stratos 3. The Amazfit T-Rex, that AMOLED display is definitely more bright, more vibrant. But this one, I just prefer as a distance runner. I think it's more useful here. The other thing that's beneficial here with this one is that you don't have to flip your wrist to turn it on while you're working out. So by default, it's automatically going to be on. Whereas the Amazfit T-Rex, you'll have to flip your wrist in order to see the information while you're working out. So let's just go in. I'll go into outdoor running, hit go. So this display is actually not as easy to see in bright sunlight, even though, the Amazfit, doesn't look as bright right now. In bright sunlight, the AMOLED display is a little bit harder to see in bright sunlight. So I believe after a while it will, so it will shut off eventually, and then you'll have to flip your wrist in order to turn it on. Or maybe it's just, it goes dim and you flip your wrist and turn it on. So when it's dim, it's actually really hard to see. So I never even know. I actually thought it was turning off while I was running. But when you flip your wrist, then I can actually see it. So that's maybe just a slight negative here of this watch. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give up since I'm not actually working out, and we'll get out of that. We'll talk more about working out with these two watches here in just a little bit. Now let's go ahead and talk about the build quality of the two watches. Again, pretty different in terms of the build quality. The Amazfit Stratos 3, this is the Amazfit T-Rex, has a 4-button configuration. So we have select, back, up, and down. So actually, the Amazfit Stratos has the same 4-button configuration. It's just different. We have select, back, and then the up and down are right in between there, and they're just little buttons here. So I would say I actually prefer the way the buttons are laid out here. I like the up and down being separate buttons over here on the side. Just easier to navigate. Of course, you can use touchscreen on both these watches, or you can navigate using the up and down. So the same thing over here on the Stratos. So I got to actually turn the watch face on so I can navigate using touchscreen, or I can hit the up and down and navigate that way as well. But again, I kind of prefer the button layout over here on the Amazfit T-Rex. The other thing that's nice about the T-Rex, of course, is the fact that it's super rugged. One maybe negative here is that they aren't, you can't easily replace these watch bands. So that is a little bit of a negative. So if you want to switch them out, maybe make them a little bit different, get a different look on the watch. A lot harder to switch them out because, let's see, it looks like you have to use some kind of, looks like a hex there. And then over here, these ones are just quick release. So you can easily swap these out and swap them for different bands if you want to get a different look on the watch. So as far as design goes, obviously it's going to be up to you. As far as the weight goes, they basically feel about the same weight, but there's no question the Amazfit T-Rex is a thicker watch. It just feels bigger when you're wearing it, even though it really on camera doesn't look that much bigger. It definitely feels bigger when you're wearing it on your wrist. So Amazfit T-Rex, a little bit bigger, a little bit more rugged, but both of them have great build quality in my opinion. So the next thing I want to talk about are the workout options on these two watches. So I just went into that workout app a second ago here on the Amazfit T-Rex here. There are 13 total options for working out. So not quite as many as what you get on the Amazfit Stratos 3. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that on the Amazfit Stratos 3 now. So there's a few more workout options here, but then also within these workout options, it's a lot more customizable over here on the Stratos 3. So I'll show you that in just a second, but you can see there's more options here. So we got triathlon, skiing, tennis, soccer, multi-sport, jump rope, and then you can see there's actually an option to add additional exercise. So there's more exercises that you can track here, and then also you can customize what it shows you while you're working out. So let's go ahead and I'll show you. I've fully customized my running. I haven't done any of the other ones, but we'll go ahead and take a look. So I'll hit go. And so I chose these 5 right here. So distance, average pace, heart rate, pace, and time. And then if I go down, I customize the next screen to be my, whoops, let's go ahead and hit down. There it goes. Okay, so, oops, I went too far. Try again. All right, so this one I customized to be my lap screen. So you can see I have my lap distance, lap time, pace, heart rate, and cadence. Okay, so you get kind of the gist here. If I want to stop a workout, and I can do also splits here. So if you're doing interval workouts, you can do that here. So it'll customize your laps. So there you go. Just did a lap, and then I want to end it. So that one, this watch gives you that option, whereas over on the Amazfit T-Rex, you don't have that. So I'm going to go ahead and discard that one. And yes, we want to discard it. Of course, I can use touchscreen as well. Okay, so much more customizable over here. Also more activities you can track with the Amazfit Stratos 3. Over here on the T-Rex, let's go ahead and go into an outdoor running workout. And we'll hit go. So in general, it kind of looks the same. So we have duration, distance, pace, heart rate. I cannot customize this. There's no way within the Amazfit app on your phone to be able to customize it. So I'll show you how to customize it on the Stratos 3 here in just a second. But basically, I'm stuck with these 4 things. And then I can scroll down and looks like I'm going to have to unlock the screen. Okay, so it said unlock the screen with any button, but we're going to go ahead and hit continue. And oh, right, I could hit the up and down over here. Forget about that. All right, so then we have the cadence, average pace, average cadence, and consumption. So I can't configure these. What I get is it's stuck on these things. So if you want to customize it, you can't really do that. Also, you can't do interval splits on this one. So this one, of course, you can do intervals, you can do laps on it, but you don't have that option here on the Amazfit T-Rex. So a little bit of a weakness, in my opinion, as far as if you're a real avid runner or maybe a cyclist, definitely a little bit more limited here. Then if you want to end a workout, you have to hold this down. There it goes. Okay. And then I can continue, save, or give up. And we'll go ahead and hit yes. So that's the only way to end a workout on this one. You can't, again, there's no way to do laps on the Amazfit T-Rex. All right, so now I want to go ahead and show you how you configure the Amazfit Stratos 3. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm already in the app. I already have the Amazfit Stratos 3 up here. I can go into app settings, and in workout, I can go into real-time sports data settings. And you saw there I could also make some interval workouts as well. But I've only customized outdoor running, so that's the only one I'm going to show you, but you can customize all these if you want to. And we're going to go into outdoor running. And then basically the first 5 things that you select are going to be on your first screen. The next 5 will be on the next screen. So that's what I've done. And then you can see there's other things that I chose not to even have on there as well. So now the other thing that's an advantage of the Amazfit Stratos 3 is the data you get within a workout. So let's go ahead and I'll show you a couple of things you don't get on the T-Rex. So I'm going to go ahead and go here into exercise status, I believe is what this is called. So this one is going to give you training load. You don't get that on the T-Rex. You can also get your VO2 max on here. You can also get your recovery time. So it's going to give you an idea. Now it's going to take a little bit. I've only been using this for 2 days, so this isn't going to be quite accurate. It hasn't adjusted to my workout regimen yet. So maybe after about a week, we'll test it out and see how it's doing. Also is going to give you some time predictions. Again, these aren't going to be accurate for me because I can easily run under a 1:30 half marathon right now. So not quite accurate yet. These are, of course, going to be, records of the last couple of days. So just my fastest times up to this point using the watch. So a little bit more information with what you can get on the Amazfit Stratos 3. Definitely a watch that's more designed for very fitness-minded people. So last thing I want to talk about is the battery life. So battery life-wise, the Amazfit T-Rex on paper would get better battery life. So this one's supposed to get 20 days of battery life. And the Amazfit Stratos 3, they say can get 7 days on just smartwatch mode, or there is an ultra battery mode here, so you can click this one here and it's going to limit a few of the features. I think it's called ultra mode, and when you do ultra mode, it's going to give you 14 days of battery life. You're going to limit your features on your watch a little bit when you do that, but you do have that option to get 14 days. However, that being said, in my actual usage, the Amazfit Stratos 3, again, I've only been using it for 2 days, but based off of my current usage, I'm using about 20% per day, and that's with like a 10-mile workout, basically using GPS each day. I am getting about, I'm going to say 5 days of battery life. 4 to 5 days is probably what I would get based off of about 20% per day. Whereas on the Amazfit T-Rex, I was getting like 3 to 4 days, and that's because with both watches, I'm using them basically to their max. The Amazfit T-Rex on paper can get 20 days of battery life. But if you're using it like I am, where, I'm using it for long workouts, using a lot of GPS, I'm using, the always on display all the time, getting notifications. I'm a very power heavy user, so I'm only getting about 3 to 4 days. So in actual use, I actually get a little bit better battery life on the Stratos 3. So obviously you can stretch this one out further than you can stretch out the Stratos 3, but you're going to have to use a few less of the features. So if you're not using a lot of GPS, obviously the T-Rex is going to get really good battery life as well. All right, so that said, a couple of the features you get on the Stratos 3 you can't get on the T-Rex. This one has onboard storage for music. You don't get that on the T-Rex. Both can control music on your phone, but you can't actually store music on the T-Rex where you can here on the Amazfit Stratos 3. So overall, which one do I think is the better option? Well, I would say if you are a serious, someone who is very serious about running like I am, I would say the Amazfit Stratos 3 would probably be the better option. Even if you're just a real serious workout person, if you're doing a lot of different workouts, maybe you're doing a lot of weight training, things like that, maybe cycling, I think the Stratos 3 is probably the better option. It's going to give you more options, more customizable. You can, of course, put music on it as well. Whereas the T-Rex, I would say if you're more of a casual workout person, I would say this one would probably be the better option. But obviously, if budget is an issue, then probably the T-Rex would be the better way to go, because on paper, it's $40 cheaper than the Amazfit Stratos 3. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or anything I missed, definitely leave them down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and we'll see you all next one. Peace.